water consumption in New York City has gone down over the last 2 or 3 decades. As of today, our demands and our supply essentially balance out. Assuming weather patterns don't change, New York can reliably count on being able to draw down 1 billion gallons a day of water. And that's as a result of 20 or 30 years of conservation measures, leak detection, and the water pricing scheme that requires consumers to pay for their water depending upon how much they use. But so much of our water consumption in a city like New York is not in the residential sector, but is in the commercial sector. The city's 19 upstate reservoirs and its thousands of miles of pipes and mains are probably the city's most valuable capital asset. It would be hard to imagine New York City surviving even for a day without this priceless and irreplaceable water supply.
I don't think anyone would describe a building as green or LEED if it wasn't super energy efficient and water efficient. I would say on the high-rise market, we're the cutting edge in North America. And when it comes to green building policy, we're at the cutting edge in the country for sure. What you're seeing is, a transformation of the marketplace, that Class A has to be LEED these days. There's costs involved, and right now it's still something that's in the higher end of the market. A lot of the things that will make a building green you won't see. You're not going to see the insulation in your wall. You're not going to see whether the building is sealed against a lot of leaks. It may be easier to park your bike. There may be a place to park your bike inside the building.
New York City is really rising in the national rankings in terms of bike friendliness. I think more people are riding their bikes in New York City for a few reasons. The first is this world-class bike network that the city has committed to installing. It makes New Yorkers feel safe and legitimate riding their bikes on the street. And the second is the safety in numbers effect, so that more people riding bikes mean that accident rates actually go down because people just get accustomed to seeing people ride their bikes. 10 or 20 years ago, you had to be a kind of rogue cyclist out there on pretty dangerous streets. Thanks in large part to the bike share program that's coming right around the corner, biking will become a completely mainstream transportation choice, as recognizable as hopping in a New York City yellow cab and taking it across town. We think it's really going to be a tipping point.